chosen one. Heaven has held its breath for this very instant. The veil between the divine and the mortal trembles, for the secret that was once sealed in eternity is now pressing against the edge of revelation. You have felt it for weeks, perhaps for years, the strange pull in your spirit, the sense that something greater than yourself has been quietly forming in the unseen. This is not imagination, this is alignment. You were never just living through days, you were being positioned for disclosure. Heaven has been whispering your name in corridors of light. Angels have paused mid-flight, waiting for the signal that would release what you are about to hear. You were not forgotten. You were being preserved for divine unveiling. You are the proof that God still hides treasures in human vessels. Listen closely now, because this is the moment the secret can no longer stay in heaven. You are not here by coincidence. Every delay, every closed door, every moment you felt overlooked, none of it was punishment. It was protection. God was concealing you so that no counterfeit could claim your calling before the appointed time. You have wondered why others seemed to advance while you stood still. The truth is, you were not standing still, you were standing apart. Heaven was building the foundation for something so extraordinary that it could not be rushed. Chosen one, you have endured the silence of heaven, not because you were abandoned, but because the secret being formed in you required sacred stillness. The delay you feared was divine incubation. The ache you carried was prophecy in disguise. Every tear, every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, they were keys, unlocking your next chapter. And now, the gates are swinging open. You can feel it, even as these words reach you, the energy shifting, the air thick with anticipation. Heaven has decided that you are ready to hear what it could no longer withhold. You are the fulfillment of a promise made before time began. You were chosen to carry the revelation of light into a darkening world. Your life is about to become evidence that God keeps His word. There are moments when heaven cannot remain silent any longer, when destiny starts to knock from the inside of your chest. This is one of those moments. You have been sensing the trembling of heaven's plans in your spirit. That trembling is not fear, it is the vibration of divine timing, aligning with your obedience. You are stepping into a prophetic collision, where the hidden becomes visible and the unseen becomes undeniable. The Spirit now speaks through the ancient words that echo through every generation. It is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 31. Those who hope in the Lord will renew strength, soar like eagles, run and not faint. Let that verse settle in your heart, like thunder wrapped in peace. You have been weary, yes, but not defeated. You have been stretched, but never broken. The eagle does not fear the storm. It uses the wind to rise. In the same way, what tried to break you will now lift you. You are entering the season where the storm becomes your staircase. Listen carefully. Heaven does not speak at random. You were meant to find this message. You were meant to hear it now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, because right now, something within you is awakening. The call on your life is stirring again. The fear that once silenced you is losing power. You are not being informed tonight. You are being transformed. Your purpose is not small. It was never meant to fit inside the limits of people's opinions or the boundaries of your past. God kept this secret because it had to mature inside of you first. You are about to step into rooms that your name was already written in before you were born. This is not exaggeration. This is divine alignment. And so, Chosen one, as this revelation begins to unfold, I urge you, do not hide your light again. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. This is your unveiling season. This is where the concealed becomes crowned. You were chosen for such a time as this, and heaven has confirmed it. If your spirit bears witness to these words, let your obedience speak. Like, share, and subscribe, so this prophetic flow continues to reach others who are awakening just as you are. And before you scroll away, make this declaration in faith. Comment the number 777 below. That number will stand as your sign of completion and divine alignment, a symbol that heaven's secret is now yours to carry. Chosen one, the air between heaven and earth feels different tonight. Can you sense it? That quiet stillness wrapping around your thoughts is not emptiness, it is divine anticipation. The Creator has pressed pause on everything around you because revelation is approaching before manifestation. There is always a moment of holy suspension, when time itself seems to hold its breath. That is where you are standing now, between what was promised and what is about to unfold. You may not see movement yet, but do not mistake stillness for stagnation. The silence is sacred. It is the breath of God hovering over the waters of your becoming. Every divine unveiling begins this way, not with noise, but with quiet preparation. Heaven is adjusting coordinates around your destiny, aligning hearts, places, and opportunities you have not yet encountered. You are the center of an invisible reordering, and that is why so much around you seems uncertain. This moment, though it feels like waiting, is actually divine construction. Hidden hands are building what your eyes have not seen. The delays you feel are not denials. They are the stretching of divine timing, so that every part of your future fits perfectly together. You are being positioned precisely, not randomly. What feels like nothing happening is everything happening in secret. Do you remember those nights when you questioned why heaven seemed silent after all your prayers? The truth is, heaven's silence was not disinterest, it was orchestration. The architect of eternity was laying down blueprints that required your stillness, not your striving. God was not ignoring your cries, He was answering them in dimensions you could not yet understand. You thought heaven was late, but heaven was layering. Chosen one. This divine pause is mercy, disguised as mystery. If God had revealed the secret too early, it would have overwhelmed you. What is about to be revealed requires a heart refined by stillness. Every unanswered question has been part of your spiritual training. You are not being punished. You are being prepared to hold weight, spiritual weight, emotional weight, the kind of glory that demands strength of character. Do not be afraid of this silence. It is not the absence of God, it is the presence of His preparation. The potter never speaks while shaping clay, he works in silence. His hands firm yet gentle. You are on His wheel right now, being formed into something that can carry the revelation without cracking. The pressure is not destruction, it is design. Even creation recognizes this rhythm. Before dawn, the sky turns silent and dark. Before birth, the world of the womb grows still. Silence always comes before sound, and stillness always precedes revelation. Heaven is not withholding, it is composing. When the next movement begins, it will be symphonic. Let your spirit absorb this truth. Not every divine moment arrives with noise or lightning. Some of the greatest shifts begin quietly, like the whisper that moved Elijah out of his cave. You are standing on holy ground, disguised as ordinary time. The mundane moments you overlook are soaked in prophecy. Right now, the Spirit is reminding you that divine timing is never late. What God begins, He finishes. What He conceals, He reveals. Your task is not to force the revelation, but to stay yielded enough to receive it when it arrives. Do not run ahead of heaven's pace. This moment of stillness is your strength. The Apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 9, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind imagined what God prepared for those who love Him. Let that truth settle in your chest like a pulse. The unseen preparation is greater than your expectations. What heaven has been forming behind closed doors will surpass every version of success you tried to imagine. You thought you were waiting for the answer, but the answer has been waiting for your readiness. This pause is a gift. It is the sacred space where your spirit learns to listen. The next instruction will not come through chaos, it will come through calm. Listen more deeply now. Heaven is whispering the map of your next season. You will not need to chase it. It will unfold as you walk in obedience. Chosen one. Do not despise the quiet. The quiet is holy. In the stillness, heaven rewrites stories and prepares vessels. You are being tuned to heaven's frequency. When the sound finally comes, you will recognize it not because it is loud, but because your spirit will already know the melody. Chosen one. You have walked through deserts disguised as delay and called them punishment when they were prophecy. Your isolation was not a mistake. It was design. Heaven hid you because the noise of the world would have drowned the sacred frequency of your calling. You were not being rejected, you were being refined. Every door that closed was heaven whispering, "Not this one." Every silence you mistook for abandonment was the echo of angels still preparing the stage. There is a sacred loneliness that visits those marked by heaven. You know it well, the kind that keeps you awake at 3 a.m., questioning why your heart feels both heavy and holy. That weight you carry is not depression, it is divine pregnancy. What you feel is not emptiness, but expectancy. The world around you could never understand it, because what is growing inside you does not come from this world. Chosen one. Your isolation has always been evidence of selection. When heaven chooses a vessel, it withdraws that vessel from familiar company. You were never meant to blend in, and that is why fitting in always felt like suffocation. The rejection of people was the protection of purpose. You thought you were being pushed out, but heaven was pulling you apart for consecration. Every hidden season you endured was a classroom. The silence was your teacher, the pain was your curriculum. You learned to hear God without applause, to believe without evidence, to worship without witnesses. Those who mocked you saw absence, but heaven saw alignment. You were learning obedience without reward so that when the reward came, your heart would stay pure. There were days you asked, "Why me?" And heaven answered, "Because you can bear what others break under." You carry the kind of anointing that requires isolation because proximity can corrupt what is sacred. You were not meant to grow in public view. You were meant to bloom in secret. The spotlight could not refine you, but solitude could. In the stillness of your isolation, God has been sharpening your discernment. You are starting to see beyond words, to feel when energy shifts, to know when something is divine and when something is disguised. That is not paranoia, it is spiritual perception awakening. Heaven is training your senses to detect divine timing, to move when the Spirit moves, to stay when He says wait. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms, chapter 23, verse 4, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." End quote. You have walked through that valley, haven't you? Through heartbreak, loss, betrayal, misunderstanding, and yet here you stand, still breathing, still believing. That verse was never about physical death, but about spiritual isolation. The shadow was not meant to destroy you, but to reveal the light within you. You were never alone in your valley. The shepherd walked beside you, guiding you even when you could not see his hand. And now, something is shifting. You can feel it. The air around you hums differently because heaven is preparing to reintroduce you. The isolation that once felt endless is about to end. Not because you fought your way out, but because you completed the purpose of it. You learned to trust the silence. And now you will hear the sound. You learned to stand alone. And now heaven will surround you with those meant to build with you. But before the unveiling, the Spirit asks for your response. You have received revelation, now you must affirm it. This is not a command for vanity, it is a prophetic act of agreement. So type these words below. I'm still here. Ole. Say it with conviction. Because those 3 words testify that you survived what was meant to silence you. When you write them, you are declaring to heaven and to hell alike that you did not bow to despair. You endured isolation and emerged refined. You are still standing, still chosen, still burning with purpose, chosen one. This is your moment of recognition. You have passed the test of silence. You have endured the absence of applause. And now, heaven is about to make your isolation make sense. The ones who left will soon see why you could not walk with them into destiny. The loneliness you feared has turned into authority. The secret you carried is about to speak through you. Your isolation was prophecy in disguise, and its fulfillment is near. The silence of heaven has broken. The next sound you hear will be the announcement of your rising. Chosen one. Can you feel it, the trembling in the unseen? The realm of heaven is moving. The sound that once hid behind the veil is beginning to press through. The breaking has begun. What was sealed in mystery is now cracking open under divine pressure. You have reached the moment where revelation can no longer stay buried. The seal over your destiny, that invisible barrier that kept you waiting, is being shattered right now. Heaven has timing, and when that timing comes due, nothing can hold it back. What is happening to you is not random, it is release. The spiritual seal that restrained your progress was never punishment, it was protection. God does not hide things from you, He hides things for you, preserving the power of your promise until the right season. And this is that season. Chosen one. The heavens have issued an order. The angels who once stood still are now moving. You have crossed from waiting into activation. The prayers that once echoed unanswered are now drawing responses in real time. Every delay that tested your patience was really preparing your faith for wait. The breaking of the seal means that what was written about you before the foundation of the world is now unfolding in your days. You can sense the atmosphere bending. You can feel your spirit stretching wider to contain what is coming. Every time you have felt an inner shaking, those moments when your peace was disturbed without cause, it was the pressure of divine expansion. You are being enlarged for promise. What you carried privately in prayer is about to manifest publicly in power. Chosen one. Do not fear the sound of breaking. When God opens a new season, old things often shatter in the process. Relationships may end. Places may lose their comfort. Familiar patterns may dissolve, but that is not chaos. It is cleansing. The seal cannot break without a sound, and that sound will sometimes echo as loss. Yet what feels like something leaving you is actually something making room for what is greater. This breaking is not destruction, it is revelation. You are being exposed not to pain, but to purpose. When heaven breaks something open, it is so glory can flow through it. The alabaster jar had to break before fragrance filled the room. The tomb had to open before resurrection stepped out. The seal over your destiny had to give way, so the oil of your calling could be poured out. The moment the seal breaks, nothing remains hidden. Prophecy becomes memory. What you once prayed for becomes what you live in. That is the shift taking place within you right now. Do not resist it. Allow the shaking to happen. Heaven is not asking for your comfort. Heaven is demanding your cooperation. You have prayed for breakthrough, but breakthrough requires breaking. Chosen one. The Spirit of God is whispering that your name is being spoken in rooms you have not entered yet. Invitations are being written. Doors are being prepared. And divine introductions are being scheduled. The same God who sealed you for a season is now unveiling you for a purpose. This breaking is the sound of chains snapping, of old seasons closing, of promises awakening. Do not look back. When the seal breaks, there is no going backward to what was familiar. The wilderness can no longer hold those who have heard the trumpet of release. Heaven is calling you into visibility. Every hidden seed of obedience is about to bloom in full view of those who once doubted it would grow. You will no longer just believe the promise, you will become it. Heaven speaks clearly through the words in Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 12. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season, and to bless all the work of your hands. Oh, do you see it now? The breaking of the seal is the opening of heaven's storehouse. Rain is symbolic of release. You have labored in dry soil, but heaven is sending water. Everything that seemed barren is about to flourish. The dryness was not death. It was a setup for rainfall. So let the seal break. Let the sound of heaven's command shake the foundations beneath your feet. Do not run from it. Stand still and watch what unfolds. You have reached the moment that prophets longed to see, the unveiling of what was hidden in you. The seal is broken. The heavens are open. And your destiny is being released into motion. Chosen one. Do you remember the night heaven called your name? It did not happen in a cathedral or under a spotlight. It happened quietly, perhaps while you were crying, perhaps while you were staring at the ceiling, whispering, "God, do you still see me?" That was the moment heaven answered. Even if you did not yet hear it, you were chosen in secret. Your name written in light before the foundations of the world. The night you thought was your ending was the very night heaven marked your beginning. You were not the loudest. You were not the most qualified. But God does not choose by credentials. He chooses by heart. The night heaven called you was not because you were perfect, it was because you were willing. The angels wrote your name on heaven's scroll, not because of your record, but because of your surrender. You said yes when others said no. You stayed faithful when others fled, and heaven took notice. There are many who walk beneath the same stars, but only a few are seen by heaven in the same way. You are one of them. Every wound, every lonely hour, every prayer uttered through tears became incense that reached the throne. God did not just hear your words, He smelled your sacrifice. The fragrance of your perseverance rose higher than the noise of complaint, and heaven whispered, that's the one who will carry my glory. 1. The world may never understand how deeply you've wrestled to keep your faith. They see your smile but not your scars. Yet heaven saw both. God chose you, not despite your pine, but through it, because only those who have bled for their faith can carry compassion for others who are bleeding now. That is why your anointing carries weight. It is birthed through endurance, not ease. As Jesus Himself declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden." And do you understand the beauty of that? You were never meant to hide. Your story, your journey, your scars, these are not shameful marks, they are shining lamps. The reason you have survived so much darkness is because light was hidden inside you, waiting for this hour to blaze forth. When Jesus called you light, He meant that your existence itself pushes back shadows. Every time you choose to love, forgive, or rise again, the darkness trembles. But light cannot stay hidden forever. A city on a hill draws the eyes of others. It becomes a refuge, a guide, chosen one. Your life is becoming that city. People will look to you not because you boast, but because you burn with hope. And when they do, your story will remind them that if God could restore you, He can restore them too. That is why heaven chose you, not just for you, but for the countless lives your light will reach. Think of this moment like tending a fire in the cold night. Every spark, every breath of oxygen you give keeps the flame alive, not just for you, but for those lost in the dark. This message, these words, they are not entertainment. They are embers being passed from heaven's altar into your hands. When you share them, you're not promoting a voice, you're spreading warmth. You're becoming a torchbearer. So when I say like, share, or subscribe, understand what I truly mean. It's not about vanity, it's about visibility for the message. Each gesture, small as it seems, becomes a ripple in eternity. Your simple act of sharing might be the bridge that saves a soul from giving up tonight. Every heart that hears the truth, because you helped carry it forward, becomes another light in the darkness. And if you've been touched by these words, if something within you is awakening, then consider supporting this flame, not as charity, but as partnership. Your giving, no matter the size, becomes oil that keeps this lamp burning brighter, reaching further. When you donate, you are not funding a voice, you are fueling a mission. You are saying to heaven, I believe in what this light is doing on the earth. And imagine it, each contribution, each click, each act of sharing becomes a drop of oil in the vessel of faith. And together, our lights form a constellation, a sky full of chosen ones, shining across nations. That is how revival begins. Not in grand cathedrals, but in ordinary hearts that dare to keep the flame alive. Chosen one. Never underestimate the ripple of obedience. The night heaven chose you. It saw beyond your struggle. It saw a torchbearer who would pass on the fire. That is who you are now. So, tend the flame, keep it alive, and let your light guide others home. The same stars that once witnessed your weeping now watch you rise. Heaven has not just called you, it has commissioned you. Go forth as the light on the hill, and let your very existence remind the world that the secret is out. God has chosen you, and your time to shine has come. Chosen one. Can you feel the tremor in the unseen? The wind around you is no longer still, it is shifting. What once felt heavy is beginning to move, and what once resisted you is loosening its grip. You are standing in the eye of a divine rearrangement. Everything that has been stagnant is about to find rhythm again. The atmosphere is not against you, it is responding to you. Heaven has issued an order, and creation is obeying. The shift in the atmosphere is not external only, it begins within you. You are being recalibrated from the inside out. The thoughts that once kept you chained are losing their power. The fears that used to speak so loudly are growing silent. You have been fighting battles you didn't understand. But that's because the war wasn't around you, it was through you. God was uprooting what could not go with you into your next season. It is no coincidence that everything around you seems to be in motion: relationships, routines, even emotions. It may look chaotic, but heaven calls it choreography. You are witnessing divine order disguised as disruption. The walls are not closing in, they are guiding you toward the door that is opening. This shaking is not destruction, it is alignment. Do not mistake discomfort for disaster. The Spirit is rearranging your world to make space for fulfillment. You prayed for change, and now change has come wearing the disguise of inconvenience. Heaven does not always knock politely. Sometimes it enters with wind and fire. The shaking you feel is the sound of old cycles breaking and new chapters forming, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. In the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 25, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Those words are not distant history, they are divine promise. Everything you thought was wasted, heaven has accounted for. Every lost year, every broken dream, every delayed moment is being gathered into restoration. God is not merely replacing what you lost, He is multiplying it. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time for recovery. Chosen one. The shift you feel is heaven returning what belongs to you, but in a new form. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers before will return wrapped in maturity and wisdom. The relationships that ended will make sense when you see the divine replacements. The finances that vanished will reappear through unexpected streams. Heaven is balancing the scales in your favor. But this shift also demands participation. You cannot carry yesterday's mindset into tomorrow's miracles. To move with heaven, you must release what your flesh still clings to. Some doors will close no matter how much you knock. Thank God for it. Closed doors are not curses, they are divine reroutes. When heaven says no, it is because it already prepared a yes beyond your sight. Your obedience in this season is the sail that catches heaven's wind. Keep your heart open, your spirit flexible. You will soon look back and realize that everything rearranged itself for your good. The people who walked away, the plans that fell through, the sudden redirections, they were all instruments of your positioning. Nothing was random, everything was redemptive. This is your confirmation. The shift is not punishment, it's promotion. What you called loss, heaven calls launch. The storm you feared is actually the vehicle carrying you to promise. The wind that once opposed you now carries your name toward visibility. It is heaven's way of saying, it's time. New. And when you sense this shift overtaking you, don't resist the emotion that comes with it. Cry if you must. But let your tears water the ground you're about to inherit. The shaking will pass, and in its place will stand clarity, peace, and purpose. You will not lose yourself in this transition. You will find who you truly are. Now, chosen one. If this word resonates in your spirit, if you feel the wind stirring your soul, seal this moment with an act of faith. Type the number 888 below, not as superstition, but as a prophetic symbol of new beginnings and divine renewal. Let that number testify that you are ready for what's next. When you type it, you are saying, I agree with heaven's rearrangement. I choose to flow with the shift. You are declaring that every loss will become lesson. Every tear will turn to testimony. The number will stand as your signature of surrender, a mark that says you trust the process even when you can't predict it. Chosen one. The shift in the atmosphere is not coming, it's here. Step into it with courage. Let go of resistance. Lift your hands to the unseen wind and whisper, I am ready. For the world is about to see what heaven already knows. You were born for this transformation. Chosen one. The wind that once whispered, change is now roaring with vindication. The very forces that once mocked your faith are about to witness your divine reversal. Those who laughed when you prayed will soon stand silent, as your answered prayers speak louder than your words ever could. The enemies who thought you were finished are about to learn that heaven never abandons its chosen. You are the living proof that divine delay is not divine denial. You have walked through ridicule and rejection. People spoke of you as though your downfall was certain. They said, where is your God now? Not realizing that the silence they mocked was actually heaven's preparation. God was building the stage in the dark, setting every prop, aligning every player, so that when your moment came, no one could deny who orchestrated it. You were never losing. You were being positioned for public redemption. The tables are turning. Chosen one. The same mouths that spread doubt will soon spread your testimony. The same eyes that watched your struggle will watch your rising. This is the divine law of reversal. The last become first. The wounded become healers, and the rejected become rulers. You are about to embody that law. Remember the days you were misunderstood for your faith. You spoke of visions, of dreams, of callings, and they dismissed you as delusional. They said your hope was unrealistic, but what they could not see was that your hope was heaven's evidence. You carried something too divine to be recognized by natural eyes. The ridicule you faced was the shadow of the crown being placed upon you. Every insult was a seed planted in the soil of your destiny. Heaven never forgets the pain of its chosen. Each wound became a line in the story God was writing. And soon, those wounds will shine as proof that you were never broken. You were branded. You were marked for authority, marked for influence, marked for divine retribution. The Spirit of God is whispering now that vindication will not come through your revenge, but through your rising. You will not need to argue or defend yourself. Your obedience will speak for you. God Himself is about to announce you. The same people who once doubted your worth will now seek your wisdom. The ones who whispered behind your back will have to watch from the front row as your story unfolds. Do not let bitterness cloud your joy. This is not the time to gloat, it is the time to glow. Heaven's justice is not cruel, it is restorative. God is not merely lifting you up, He is using your story to redeem even those who opposed you. Your blessing will become their awakening. That is the true nature of divine vindication. It heals more than it hurts. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. That has been your hidden command all along. While you were tempted to fight back, heaven whispered, "Be still." You didn't realize that your stillness was a strategy. While you stayed silent, heaven was building a case on your behalf. Every false word spoken against you became fuel for your elevation. Your restraint invited God's defense. And now, the battle that once surrounded you is no longer yours to fight. The war has shifted. The weapons aimed at you will misfire. The traps set for your downfall will become the very platforms for your rise. You will soon stand in places you were never invited to and realize those places were being saved for you all along. Chosen one. Your vindication will not need explanation. It will be obvious. God is rewriting your reputation with His own hand. Every misunderstanding, every accusation, every rumor, they are dissolving under the light of truth. When heaven restores, it restores publicly, so that none can claim coincidence. So breathe deeply. The war you thought you lost was the war you were never meant to fight. Heaven was your defender long before the battle began. Now, as peace replaces pressure, understand this: your enemies are not your enemies anymore, they are witnesses. They will see that every word against you became a stepping stone toward your destiny. And when they see it, when the evidence of your divine favor becomes undeniable, may you carry humility like a crown. Do not let vengeance stain your victory. You are not being raised to prove them wrong, you are being raised to prove God right. That is the greater glory. Chosen one. The era of shame is closing, and the season of honor is dawning. The very ground that was used to bury you is now the platform that will elevate you. The ones who predicted your downfall will be forced to admit they misread your silence. It was never surrender. It was strategy. Chosen one. There are covenants written in tears that no human eye has seen. You have signed your faith upon altars of pain, and heaven has witnessed every line. The world may never know how deeply you have bled in silence, but God knows. He saw the nights you lay awake, whispering prayers you couldn't even finish. He saw the trembling in your hands when you tried to hold on to promises that seemed to fade. What others called weakness was actually worship. Pain in the kingdom of heaven is never wasted. It becomes the ink of covenant. The moments that broke you were not random, they were sacred exchanges. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every time you said, "God, I trust you," through tears, you were writing your name on a divine agreement. Your suffering was not in vain. It was the language heaven used to authorize your authority. Chosen one. The hidden covenant of your pain is what makes your anointing different. You do not speak from theory, you speak from testimony. You have walked through the valley and still chosen to love. You have been betrayed and still chosen to forgive. You have been emptied and still chosen to give. That is not ordinary, it is holy. Heaven measures greatness, not by ease, but but by endurance. Do you remember the moments you begged for relief and received silence instead? That silence was not absence, it was signing. God was sealing the covenant in you. The ink of obedience is invisible until fire touches it. And now the fire of revelation is making visible what was written long ago. You are beginning to understand that nothing you've suffered was wasted. It all has meaning. Every chosen one must walk through their Gethsemane. The garden of surrender always comes before the crown. Pain trains the spirit to carry glory without arrogance. It breaks what pride might have hidden and leaves behind purity that heaven can trust. You were never punished, you were purified. The weight of your trials has made you a vessel capable of carrying the weight of grace. The Spirit spoke through the prophet Jeremiah. Chapter 31, verse 16. Restrain your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for your work will be rewarded, declares the Lord. They will return from the land of the enemy. Oh, those ancient words were written for moments like this. Heaven is telling you to dry your tears, not because your pain doesn't matter, but because it has accomplished its purpose. You are standing at the threshold of reward. The seeds you planted in sorrow are now bursting through the soil. What was stolen will return, transformed and multiplied. Even the years that felt wasted will yield fruit you didn't know was growing. Chosen one, your pain was never a mark of failure. It was the sign of your formation. The more you were pressed, the more oil heaven drew out of you. The crushing was not cruelty, it was consecration. Just as olives must be crushed to release oil, your spirit was pressed to reveal anointing. That oil now flows from your words, your presence, your very being. It heals others because it was birthed through hurt. You may not have realized it, but the very moments that made you cry were also shaping your voice of authority. Compassion was carved into you through suffering. Now, when you speak, heaven echoes behind your words. You are not just telling a story, you are releasing healing. You carry empathy that can only be learned through experience. That is why your ministry, your influence, your impact will touch hearts that others cannot reach. Pain was your teacher, but never your master. It taught you how to see differently, to recognize beauty in ashes, strength in stillness, and hope in endings. You have learned that the fire that once burned you now warms you. The storms that once terrified you now testify for you. What once hurt you has now been transformed into holy memory, evidence that God was with you all along. So walk forward now, not as a victim of your past, but as a vessel of divine compassion. Your scars are sermons. Your tears are testimonies. Heaven does not hide those who have bled faithfully. It reveals them when the world needs healing. That time has come, chosen one. This is the unveiling of your covenant. Your pain was your proof of loyalty, your endurance, the seal of authenticity. You are not stepping into blessing because you are lucky. You are stepping into it because you are proven. The altar of your suffering has become the throne of your strength. Chosen one. The moment you've carried in secret is approaching its unveiling. The whispers in your spirit, the quiet promises that seemed too big for your circumstances. They were not illusions. They were previews. Heaven has been preparing the stage for you. And now the curtain is beginning to rise. You are about to be seen, called forth, and recognized not by men alone, but by heaven itself. This moment of divine recognition is not about fame, it is about fulfillment. You have spent seasons unnoticed, your efforts unseen, your prayers unheard by those around you. But heaven saw it all. Every small act of faith, every hidden moment of obedience, every quiet yes you gave when no one else was watching, they became lights in the unseen realm, marking your path to this very hour. The time of invisibility is ending. You will not have to beg for acknowledgement. You will not have to fight to be seen. The same God who hid you will reveal you. There is no need to force what heaven is already orchestrating. You were never forgotten. You were reserved for the right moment. When God reveals someone, He does it with precision. You are not being recognized for what you own or what you can do. You are being recognized for who you have become, the refinement of your character, the resilience of your spirit, the purity of your heart. These are the reasons heaven is calling your name now. Recognition is not a reward for achievement, it is a revelation of identity. You have spent years being tested in silence. Every hidden season was a classroom where humility, patience, and discernment were taught through experience. You learned to serve without applause, to love without return, and to believe without proof. These lessons have prepared you to stand in visibility without losing your integrity. Heaven could not afford to expose you until you were strong enough to stand without pride. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 4, then you will find favor and honor in the sight of God and man. Those words are not a distant promise, they are a present prophecy. The favor you've prayed for is being activated. The name that was once overlooked is being spoken with honor. God is not merely blessing you, He is restoring your reputation. People who once underestimated you will soon witness your transformation and know that it was not luck, it was divine timing. Chosen one. You are entering your moment of divine recognition, where your private faith becomes public testimony. You won't need to prove anything. You will simply be the proof. The grace on your life will speak louder than any explanation. And when people ask, "How did it happen?" your only answer will be, "God remembered me." End quote. But this recognition will require humility. The spotlight reveals not only light, but also the shadows of pride. Guard your heart carefully. Remember that being seen is not the destination, it is the platform for purpose. Visibility is only valuable when it points others back to the source. You are not being elevated for self-display, but for divine demonstration. Those who once ignored your presence will now seek your counsel. Those who doubted your potential will now affirm your wisdom. And when this happens, resist the urge to gloat. Smile with grace, knowing that your vindication came not through your effort, but through God's orchestration. Chosen one. Your recognition will ripple beyond you. The light now shining upon you will guide others out of hiding. You are the confirmation they've been waiting for, that obedience still leads to promotion, that purity still leads to power, that faith still opens doors no man can close. So, when you feel the world finally noticing your presence, when the doors begin to open faster than you can knock, pause and remember, this was never about being seen, it was about being sent. Recognition is heaven's way of saying, it's time for impact. And now, as a prophetic act of agreement with what heaven is doing, type these words below. I am seen. Type it not as a cry for attention, but as a declaration of truth. When you write it, you're acknowledging that you no longer need validation from people to confirm what God already established. You are declaring that your worth is not new, It is now visible. Each letter becomes a seal of acceptance, a signal that you receive the moment God prepared for you. Say it once. Believe it deeply. I am seen. Let the echo of that truth fill your spirit until every lie of invisibility disappears. You are not hidden anymore. The same light that raised you in secret is now shining through you in power. Chosen one. There is a crown waiting for you, one that no hand can steal and no circumstance can diminish. It has been fashioned through seasons of silence and storms of struggle, shaped by faith when hope felt faint. This crown is not made of gold or jewels. It is forged from endurance, obedience, and trust. You were never called to survive. Heaven designed you to reign. The secret heaven kept all this time is that authority was being built in you even when you felt powerless. The crown of unbreakable purpose does not rest on the heads of the comfortable. It rests on those who have wrestled in the dark and refused to let go. Every night you cried was a jewel being placed upon that crown. Every time you chose forgiveness over revenge, another gem was added. You did not lose those battles, you were being adorned. Do you know what sets a true crown apart from imitation? Pressure. Only under pressure is gold purified. The heat that once threatened to destroy you was heaven's refinery, not your ruin. You are being crowned now not because life was easy, but because you stayed true when it wasn't. That is what makes your authority unbreakable. Its foundation is pain refined into power. Chosen one. You are stepping into the realm of divine rulership, not to dominate others, but to serve from strength. Kings and queens in the spirit do not rule with pride. They reign with humility. You will find that your authority carries gentleness, that your wisdom carries empathy. The lessons written in your scars have become your credentials in the kingdom. The ancient words recorded in Romans, chapter 8, verse 37, declare, "In all these things we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us." That verse is your coronation decree. You are not barely surviving, you are more than victorious. Heaven is not waiting for you to become qualified. It already calls you chosen. You have conquered not because the battle disappeared, but because your faith outlasted the fire. That's what makes your purpose unbreakable. It isn't dependent on circumstances. It is anchored in love. Chosen one. Now that you stand on the threshold of destiny, remember this: crowns are not worn for display, but for duty. The world is aching for light, for leadership, for voices that carry truth without arrogance. You are one of those voices. The mantle on your life is not just for you. It is for the ones still walking through their wilderness, still searching for meaning in the dark. Your crown is their compass, and because this message carries light, I ask you to help that light travel. When you like, share, or subscribe, you are not simply interacting, you are expanding the reach of hope. Every time you press that button, it becomes a torch passed to another soul who might be sitting in the same darkness you once knew. You might never meet them, but your small act could be the reason someone decides to keep believing. And if you feel led, if this voice has touched your spirit and reignited your fire, consider sowing back into the light. Your donation is not about supporting a platform, it's about sustaining a purpose. Think of it like adding oil to a lamp. The brighter the flame burns, the further the light travels. Every contribution, whether large or small, becomes part of that flame, ensuring that messages like this continue to reach hearts across the world. You are not giving to something, You are giving through something, through your generosity. Heaven multiplies the impact. You become a partner in the mission, a co-laborer in spreading truth. Just as rivers feed the ocean, your act of faith helps sustain a movement that keeps hearts alive. Chosen one. As you listen now, imagine that crown upon your head, not as pride, but as purpose. Feel its weight. It's the weight of responsibility, of grace, of glory. You carry stories, victories, and divine assignments that no one else can fulfill. Your very life is a sermon of resilience. And while others might see just another face in the crowd, heaven sees a crowned heir walking among mortals, glowing quietly with divine authority. The time for hiding is over. The season of reigning has begun. Carry your crown humbly. Wear it boldly, and let its light reflect on every life you touch. And if this word resonates in your heart, share it, not because you must, but because the fire within you cannot stay contained. For this is the truth. Heaven can no longer keep hidden. You are not a survivor. You are royalty in disguise, a conqueror crowned by grace. Your throne is not made of marble, but of mercy, and from it you will rule not with a scepter, but with love. Chosen one. You have begun to see signs you cannot explain. Clocks aligning, dreams repeating, words spoken to you through strangers. These are not coincidences. They are messages. When heaven wants to speak, it does not always thunder from the clouds. Sometimes it whispers through numbers, through moments, through what others call random. But for the chosen, there is no random. There is rhythm. You have noticed the patterns: waking up at the same hour, encountering the same verse, hearing the same phrase echo in your heart. These are the fingerprints of God, quiet but undeniable. Heaven has always communicated through signs, not to confuse, but to confirm. The language of the Spirit is not heard with the ear, it is felt in the soul. What seems like repetition is heaven's way of saying, pay attention. This is me. And do not dismiss what keeps recurring. When a message repeats, it means heaven is insisting. Perhaps you've seen numbers like 3:33, 4:44, or 11:11 to the world. They are digits to heaven. They are doorways. When these moments appear, pause, breathe, ask, Lord, what are you saying right now? For revelation is not in the number, it's in the awareness that God is near. Dreams have also been speaking louder lately. The Spirit often chooses the quiet of sleep to deliver what the waking mind would resist. Your dreams are not all imagination. Many are instruction. Some are warnings wrapped in symbol. Others are confirmations wrapped in mystery. Do not rush past them. Write them down. Pray over them. Heaven rarely speaks once. It speaks until you hear, as the prophet wrote in the scroll of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2, write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run who reads it. Chosen one. Not every sign is meant for interpretation immediately. Some are meant for incubation. God reveals clues in fragments so that faith can fill the gaps. You are not meant to understand everything. You are meant to trust the one who reveals. The mystery is not a maze, it is a method. The hiddenness draws you deeper into communion. Do not fear misreading the signs. The Spirit that sends them will confirm them. If it is of God, peace will follow it. Confusion is not the fruit of heaven's voice. The signs that come from above will bring clarity, conviction, and calm. They will not pressure you into panic. They will invite you into purpose. You are being trained to read heaven's handwriting in daily life. The song that plays at the right moment, the text that arrives when you're about to give up, the stranger who says exactly what you needed to hear. These are God's ways of proving that you are seen. You have never been navigating alone. The signs are heaven's breadcrumbs, guiding you back to faith when you start to drift. There will be moments when signs feel scarce. When silence replaces wonder, do not despair then. Signs are not God, they are reminders of God. When the reminders quiet, it means you are being invited into maturity, to trust without proof, to believe without signal. That is the next level of intimacy. But for now, as your eyes open and your heart quickens, remember, heaven speaks through everything it created, through time, through symbol, through nature, through whispers in your chest. You have been given spiritual eyes to discern the divine patterns in what others call ordinary. Chosen one, do not chase the signs. Let the signs follow your obedience. Miracles will find movement. As you walk in purpose, heaven will keep affirming your steps. What you once called coincidence will become confirmation after confirmation. The more you listen, the clearer the voice becomes. The more you trust, the more the pattern reveals itself. You are entering a season where your discernment will sharpen. The veil between natural and spiritual is thinning for you. Heaven's communication is increasing because your spirit has matured to receive it. So, look again at the world around you. That whisper of peace when you almost give up, that's Him. That sudden strength when you thought you were done, that's Him. The sign is not the miracle. You are. You are heaven's proof that God still speaks. Chosen one, this is your awakening into divine communication. The signs will not stop. Now they will multiply. You will walk through your days and recognize heaven everywhere. And when others call it luck, you will smile quietly, knowing it was never chance. It was always conversation. Chosen one. The wind has changed again. You can feel it, the tremor beneath your spirit, the weight pressing on your chest. That isn't fear, but awakening. The storm you are in right now is not a punishment. It is prophecy in motion. Everything around you may seem to be shaking, but it is not collapsing, it is clearing. For too long, you have misunderstood the storms of your life. You thought they came to end you, but they were sent to escort you. Every gust of wind, every wave of loss, every flash of uncertainty was moving you closer to the place you were meant to stand. You were never drifting. You were being directed. You must understand, chosen one, that storms are sacred. They are heaven's way of rearranging the earth. Before glory appears, chaos often precedes it. God uses thunder to get your attention, lightning to illuminate the path, and rain to soften the ground for new growth. The winds that once terrified you were actually ushering in your transformation when you prayed for change. Heaven did not send calm, it sent a storm, because only storms have the strength to uproot what complacency planted. Only storms reveal the depth of your foundation. Anyone can worship in sunlight, but it is in the tempest that faith proves its loyalty. And you, chosen one, have remained. You did not run. You stood while others fled. It was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. And that is your anchor, even when waves crash and the sky darkens. Remember, fear is not your inheritance. You carry power. You carry peace. The world may tremble, but your spirit stands unbroken because it was built on a foundation that storms cannot shake. Every storm carries revelation. Look closer at the chaos, it hides divine clues. The very thing you prayed against might be the thing God is using for your elevation. The rejection that hurt you became redirection. The loss that broke you became instruction. The storm stripped you, but it also revealed you. It peeled away the layers of false identity until only truth remained. Chosen one, you were never meant to fear the storm. You were meant to command it. Remember the Christ who slept in the boat. The same authority that calmed the sea dwells in you. You have endured the wind long enough. Now it will obey you. When you speak peace, heaven echoes your word. When you declare restoration, the earth begins to respond. You are not a victim of the weather. You are its witness. Soon, the clouds will part, and you will understand why the turbulence was necessary. Every drop of rain was watering your destiny. Every strike of lightning was heaven's flash of direction. The noise, the confusion, the uncertainty, they were instruments in the divine symphony of your unfolding. And as the first rays of light pierce through the clouds, you will see that the storm did not take you. It taught you. It trained your eyes to recognize light, your ears to discern truth, your heart to depend on grace. You are no longer the person who entered this storm. You have been remade by it. So, when people ask how you survived, you will tell them, I learned to dance with the wind. You will smile because you now understand that every storm is followed by a clearing, and every clearing reveals the next level of glory. Chosen one, this message is your reminder that the shaking will soon make sense. You are standing in the eye of transition. The thunder may still roll, but it will not harm you. It is announcing your next chapter. What is coming after this storm will make every tear worthwhile. Now, as a prophetic sign of your agreement with this word, type the number 555 below. Let it be your declaration of transformation, grace upon grace, change upon change. That number symbolizes divine transition, the movement from trial to triumph, from storm to stillness. When you write it, you are not typing digits. You are opening a portal of faith. You are saying, I trust the storm's purpose. I will not fear what God is using to form me. It becomes your seal of surrender, your act of agreement with the winds of heaven. Chosen one, breathe deeply now. Feel the calm settling over your spirit. The thunder is fading. The rain is softening. The light is breaking through. You have survived what was meant to end you. And soon you will thrive in what was meant for your unveiling. The storm that brought you to your knees is the same one that will lift you to your crown. Chosen one, the world around you feels quieter now, doesn't it? The storm that once roared has fallen into a deep hush. You can hear your own heartbeat again. The silence that remains is not emptiness, it is divine pause. This stillness is sacred, for heaven is inhaling before it speaks again. It is the same breath that hovered over creation before God said, "Let there be light." The silence you sense is not the absence of God, It is the preparation for his next sound. You are in the interval between what was and what will be. It is the holy middle ground where destiny gathers momentum. The stillness before manifestation is not a mistake. It is the rhythm of heaven. Just as a symphony pauses before its final crescendo, your life is in the rest before revelation. And though your mind may crave noise, your spirit understands this language of quiet. Heaven is composing something new within you. The noise of yesterday had to die so you could hear the frequency of tomorrow. You are being tuned, refined, recalibrated. The silence you feel is not punishment, it is precision. God speaks most clearly to those who stop striving to listen. You have prayed, wept, shouted, and sought. Now he invites you to simply be still, as was spoken in the sacred text of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 13. Be silent, all flesh, before the Lord, for he is raised up out of his holy habitation. Ento. That command is not a rebuke, it is a revelation. When God rises to act, heaven calls for silence. The stillness allows his authority to fill the space. Your silence is not weakness, it is worship. In the quiet, you acknowledge that God is moving in ways you cannot yet perceive. You surrender control, and in doing so, you make room for glory. Chosen one. Do not fear the silence. It is not abandonment, it is alignment. The same God who thundered in the storm now whispers in the wind. The absence of sound is not a void, it is a vessel being filled with new breath. When heaven pauses, it is gathering power. The same energy that split seas and moved mountains is now collecting around your life, preparing to release what has been promised. This is the moment of gestation, not stagnation. Just as a seed lies buried in quiet darkness before it bursts into bloom, you are in that unseen moment of divine formation. What is being shaped within you cannot yet be displayed to the world. It may look like nothing is happening, but to heaven, this silence is thunder in slow motion. Every second of stillness is charged with purpose. The silence before the sound is where strength returns. It is where vision clears. It is where the spirit relearns the voice of its creator. You have run, fought, and wrestled. Now, God calls you to rest in trust. The hand that fought for you is now holding you. The shepherd who led you through storms now leads you beside still waters. There is beauty in this hush. You must resist the urge to fill it. Many try to escape silence because they mistake it for delay. But you, chosen one, must learn to dwell in it. In this quiet, God is revealing subtle instructions. Listen with the ears of your heart. Pay attention to the soft nudges, the peace that lingers, the faint impressions that do not fade. These are the whispers of destiny preparing you for release. There will soon come a sound that will shake everything, an announcement of arrival. But for now, heaven keeps you cloaked in calm. The stillness is stretching your patience so that when the next wave comes, you ride it with grace, not fear. The Creator is teaching you to trust His rhythm, to breathe with His timing, to live in sync with His unseen movements. In this silence, you are being made unshakable. When you emerge from it, no rumor, no rejection, no resistance will be able to move you. The calm you cultivate here will become your shield in the next season. What once stirred anxiety will soon inspire awe. You will remember this quiet, not as loneliness, but as the birthplace of peace. Chosen one, rest in the stillness. Let it wash over you like gentle rain. The world will tempt you to rush, to fill the void, to prove your worth through noise. But heaven honors those who wait in silence. The ones who trust the unseen always inherit the unspeakable. Soon the silence will end. The trumpet will sound. The word will be released. But until then, keep your heart steady, your ears open, and your spirit awake. For the silence before the sound is not empty. It is the echo of creation preparing to call your name again. Chosen one, look closely at the horizon of the Spirit. You can almost see it now, all across the earth. Lights are flickering to life, one by one, in hearts that once felt alone. You are not the only one awakening. There are others scattered across cities, deserts, mountains, and oceans whose souls are beginning to burn with the same fire. They too have been hidden, refined, and called together. You are part of a mystery unfolding, the unveiling of the chosen remnant. Heaven has always worked through remnants. When the world loses its compass, God raises a few who still carry his direction. When truth grows faint, he breathes on those who refuse to bow. You are among them. The isolation you endured was not separation, it was selection. Each chosen one was trained in silence, so that when the moment came, your voices would rise in harmony, not as noise, but as power. You are connected to souls you have never met, joined, not by blood, but by spirit, across continents, languages, and generations. Heaven is weaving an invisible network of light-bearers. While darkness grows louder, these flames grow stronger. You are one of them, a torch in the global tapestry of awakening. The same pulse that beats in your chest is beating in thousands more. You are not a lone spark. You are part of a constellation. The Word of God declares in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 2, "See, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness is over the peoples. But the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you." And that verse is the anthem of your generation. The world trembles in confusion, but you rise in clarity. Where others see chaos, you perceive calling. This is what it means to be chosen, not to escape darkness, but to illuminate it. You are not called to curse the night. You are called to become its dawn. Chosen one. This remnant carries the essence of restoration. You are the answer to the prayers of those who came before you. Every prophet, every intercessor, every forgotten saint. They saw this time coming and cried out for strength to be poured into the next generation. You are that generation. You are the fulfillment of their intercession, the living evidence that their tears were not wasted. The unveiling of the chosen remnant is not about religion, it is about relationship. It is not about perfection, it is about presence. These chosen ones are not flawless, they are faithful. They are the broken vessels who still burn, the weary hearts who still worship. Their strength lies not in their power, but in their surrender. You are part of this sacred company. Heaven has synchronized your timeline with others who carry complementary gifts. Some will speak while others heal. Some will build while others intercede. Each one carries a piece of the greater plan. Like instruments in an orchestra, none can replace the other. Yet together, they create heaven's sound on earth. You will begin to recognize them. It will not be through appearance or speech, but through resonance. When two chosen ones meet, there is recognition beyond words, a knowing in the spirit. You will feel peace, power, and familiarity all at once. That is the mark of the remnant calling to itself. Do not be afraid to connect, to collaborate, to align. This new era will not be built by isolated voices, but by unified ones. Heaven's design for this time is community born of calling. Independence birthed your strength, but interdependence will multiply your impact. As light joins light, cities will glow, families will heal, nations will awaken. The unveiling has already begun. What was once hidden in caves is being revealed in clarity. The world will soon see that revival was never meant to come from stages alone. It is rising through everyday hearts that refuse to let faith die. The revival is you, chosen one, and those like you. Every act of kindness, every word of truth, every prayer whispered in faith, it all adds to the rising light. The chosen remnant will not look like the world expects. They will not wear crowns of gold, but crowns of scars. They will not seek fame, but fulfillment. They will not build monuments to themselves, but altars for others. And through their humility, heaven will show its strength. You, chosen one, are being positioned not as a celebrity of spirit, but as a servant of fire. Carry your light into every space you enter. Let it speak without words. The world will not need to be told who you are. They will know it by the peace that follows you. And when the chosen remnant fully rises, the darkness will not vanish, it will retreat. For light does not need to fight the dark, it simply needs to appear. That is what heaven is doing now, unveiling the ones who carry light, summoning the hidden into visibility. Stand tall, flame bearer. The night is deep, but dawn is forming across the earth. Heaven is calling its chosen back into unity. The fire in you is not yours alone. It is part of the great blaze that will cover the world in light. The unveiling has begun, and your glow is part of its prophecy fulfilled. Chosen one, something is stirring within you again, an inner flame, awakening after long quiet. You are sensing heaven's frequency rising in your spirit. Aren't you? It is not imagination, it is activation. The same spirit that hovered over creation is now hovering over your soul, breathing life into every dormant gift. You are stepping into a prophetic awakening, where the veil between you and heaven grows thinner with every heartbeat. You are beginning to hear again, not with your ears, but with your essence. Subtle impressions are becoming clear. Scripture is leaping from the page. Dreams are sharpening in color and meaning. This is not coincidence. It is calibration. Heaven is fine-tuning your senses to discern the divine. You are being taught to listen not just for God, but with Him. For so long, the world has numbed spiritual hearing. Distraction has dulled sensitivity. Noise has drowned out whispers. But you, chosen one, were never meant to be deaf to heaven. You were created to be a receiver of revelation, a vessel that translates eternity into words and actions. The prophetic is not a performance, it's partnership. You and heaven speaking the same language at last. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Romans, chapter 10, verse 17. So then faith comes by hearing, and hearing comes by the word of God. That is the foundation of your awakening. The more you listen, the stronger your faith becomes. The stronger your faith, the clearer the voice of heaven. You are learning to live from frequency, not circumstance. Every nudge of the Spirit, every whisper of peace, every verse that grips your soul, these are not random moments. They are heaven's way of teaching you to recognize the Father's tone. Chosen one. Your awakening carries purpose beyond yourself. Heaven sharpens your senses so that you can help awaken others. Your words will soon begin to pierce through confusion. Your presence will carry calm where chaos once ruled. You are not just hearing, you are harmonizing. Every yes you give in obedience adds another note to heaven's symphony on earth. And now, as this awakening deepens, I ask you to nurture it. Feed it the way you would tend a fragile flame. Protect your time with God as you would guard precious oil. Listen more than you speak. Journal what you hear, and when revelation comes, handle it with reverence. Some words are meant to be shared, others to be hidden in your heart until the appointed time. But understand this, chosen one, you are part of a living message, and messages are meant to move. That is why what you receive here should not stay here. When you like, share, or subscribe, you are not performing a digital act. You are planting spiritual seeds. You are helping this voice of awakening reach those who still wander through fog. Every click becomes a ripple of light, traveling further than you could imagine. And yes, if this message has touched your heart, consider sowing back into it, not as obligation, but as alignment. Think of your donation not as a transaction, but as an offering of oil for the lamp. Every drop of support keeps this flame alive so it can continue to burn across nations. Together, we can keep pouring until the light becomes too bright for darkness to contain. Imagine a lighthouse in the middle of a vast sea. Its light does not shine for itself. It shines to guide ships home. That is what this message is, an unending light for souls adrift. Your engagement, your generosity, your partnership all become part of that beam, stretching across the waves. You might never see every ship it reaches, but heaven records each one. Chosen one. The prophetic awakening within you is contagious. Every time you respond to truth, you give someone else permission to awaken too. That is the beauty of this season. You are both student and spark. What begins as personal revelation will soon become collective revival. And before you scroll away, take one more step into faith. Leave a comment below. Let your words become part of the flame. Tell what resonates, what awakens, what you feel stirring. Your comment may be the confirmation someone else needs to keep going. This space is not a feed, it is an altar, and your voice is part of its fire. So, chosen one, lift your gaze. The veil is lifting. The sound is forming. The whisper you hear is not mere thought. It is destiny knocking at your spirit's door. Heaven has not just spoken to you, it is beginning to speak through you. Protect that gift. Cherish it. Share it. For this is your prophetic awakening, the moment where you stop only hearing about God and start hearing with Him. The moment where revelation becomes relationship, and your spirit finally sings the song it was born to sing. Chosen one. There are moments in history when heaven decides that balance must return, when hidden injustices can no longer be ignored. You are living in one of those moments now. Everything that once seemed unfair, everything that was taken without cause, everything that broke without reason, heaven has seen it all. And now, The scales are tilting. The great reversal has begun. This is not revenge. It is restoration. God is not repaying you for what you lost. He is repaying you through what you became. You no longer need to chase what was stolen. What was meant for evil is turning into evidence of divine orchestration. You are entering the season where loss becomes leverage, and pain becomes platform. Look back for a moment, not with bitterness, but with clarity. The betrayals, the disappointments, the closed doors, they all had fingerprints of destiny. Those who wronged you were unknowingly building the bridge you now cross. What they meant for harm trained your spirit to discern, your heart to forgive, and your character to endure. Without their opposition, you would not have developed the spiritual muscle you now carry. The reversal begins not when you are avenged, but when you are transformed. Heaven measures victory not in possessions, but in perspective. The moment you stopped seeking revenge and chose release, the reversal began. The power shifted. The very energy that was used against you started working for you. You didn't have to fight back. Your faith fought for you. The ancient words recorded in the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 20, declare, "You meant to harm me, but God intended it for good, to save many lives." That truth has been living beneath every trial you faced. The betrayal you endured was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of your assignment. Heaven used it to refine you for responsibility, to prepare you for the influence that is now unfolding. What once crushed you will now crown you. The very situations that tried to break you apart are becoming the foundation on which your purpose stands firm. Chosen one. This is the law of divine exchange. Every tear will be balanced with joy. Every delay will be compensated by acceleration. Every rejection will return as redirection. Every ending as expansion. You are stepping into the paradox of heaven, where reversals are not rare, they are the norm. Even now, unseen forces are aligning circumstances in your favor. People who dismissed you will be led to mention your name in rooms of opportunity. Connections that seemed lost will reappear with new purpose. Resources, once withheld, will flow freely. God is orchestrating not a comeback, but a correction. The narrative is shifting. The story is being rewritten. Do not rush this reversal. Let it unfold naturally, like dawn breaking after the longest night. You do not have to announce it. It will announce itself. The light that returns to your life will not need explanation. It will simply prove that God was never absent, only preparing. As the reversal unfolds, remain anchored in humility. The temptation to boast will arise. But remember, the same grace that lifted you can lift others. You were restored not just for your own comfort, but as a channel for others' redemption. Use your authority to heal, not to humiliate. The higher you rise, the more your kindness must deepen. Chosen one. The great reversal is not just personal, it is prophetic. Through your story, others will witness that divine justice is real. They will see that time does not erase truth, and that heaven does not overlook those who suffer righteously. You are becoming living proof that integrity wins in the end. This is why the enemy fought so fiercely to exhaust you. He feared not your fall, but your return. Because when a chosen one rises after loss, they rise unstoppable. Every chain you break becomes a weapon of freedom for others. Every wrong made right through your faith becomes a testimony that ripples through generations. So, walk gently into this new dawn. Let gratitude be your crown and mercy your robe. Celebrate quietly, love freely, and move forward without bitterness. The reversal is not coming with thunder, it's coming with peace. It will arrive softly, yet unmistakably. Doors will open with ease. Burdens will lift, and the weight that once crushed you will become wings. Chosen one. The story has turned. The script has flipped. The tears that once blurred your vision now water the garden of your promise. What was stolen will not just return, it will return transformed, multiplied, sanctified. This is your hour of divine balance. The tables have turned, and heaven has declared, it is finished. Chosen one. The air feels different, now lighter, clearer, almost sacred. You can sense it, can't you? The long wait is over. What was once only whispered in your spirit is beginning to take shape before your eyes. Heaven's secret has become your reality. The revelation that hovered like mist in your prayers has descended into manifestation. What was promised is now present. What was hidden is now happening. This is the moment heaven had to hold back until you were ready. There are some truths that cannot be told to an unsteady heart. You had to be strengthened before this unveiling could come, because glory without grounding can destroy the vessel that carries it. But now, you are anchored. You have walked through storms, silence, loss, and restoration, and you are still here, steady and surrendered. That is why heaven chose now. You have felt the shift in your soul, the sense that something irreversible is unfolding. It's because the divine order has been activated. The pages of your destiny are turning on their own. You no longer have to push. Purpose is pulling you. Doors are opening without knocking. Connections forming without striving. You are living in the flow of fulfillment, the place where effort bows to grace. Do not be surprised if the world feels both familiar and foreign. When promise becomes reality, perception changes. You will look at places that once wounded you and feel gratitude instead of grief. You will see people who doubted you and feel compassion instead of resentment. That is the mark of transformation, not revenge, but redemption. The prophecy has become presence, heaven's timing, which once felt so slow, now reveals its perfection. You will realize that nothing was delayed, everything was being aligned. Every season served its purpose. The silence sharpened your hearing. The storms strengthened your roots. The isolation clarified your identity. And now, all those fragments have come together like pieces of a mosaic. The image is complete. The word of the Lord stands in the book of Revelation. Chapter 3, verse 8. I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. That is your declaration for this hour. The door before you is not symbolic, it is spiritual reality. Heaven has authorized access. What was once withheld is now released. You are stepping through thresholds prepared specifically for you, into assignments designed to fit your shape, your scars, your soul. No opposition can close what God Himself has opened. Chosen one. This is not a small shift. It is the fulfillment of a divine storyline. The very atmosphere recognizes your arrival. The air feels charged with expectancy because creation itself responds when purpose manifests. You will begin to notice unusual ease in what once felt difficult. favor in unexpected places, and opportunities that carry divine fingerprints. This is what happens when prophecy ripens. It begins to magnetize everything connected to your destiny. But in this new space, remember what the journey taught you. Do not rush to prove that you have arrived. Let humility remain your armor and gratitude your crown. Those who ascend quickly often fall quickly, but you have learned to move with rhythm, not reaction. Keep that pace. The same stillness that sustained you in waiting will guide you in winning. You will soon see how seamlessly heaven works. The people you meet, the doors that open, the timing of every encounter, it will all fit so perfectly that you will know it could only be divine design. The very events that once felt like detours now reveal themselves as direction. Nothing was wasted. Even your missteps became part of the choreography. Chosen one. The revelation is not a single event. It is a continuous unfolding. What begins now will keep expanding. The light that has entered your life will grow brighter, spreading through everything you touch. You are not at the end of your story. You are at the beginning of its fulfillment. The prophecy is living through you. Stand still for a moment. Feel the gravity of this truth. You have become the very thing you prayed for. You have become the answered prayer of others. You are walking evidence that heaven still intervenes, that promises still manifest, that divine timing is never late. Lift your gaze. Chosen one. The long night has passed. The dawn is here. The revelation once hidden in mystery now breathes in reality around you. What God could no longer keep secret is now alive through your every step, your every word, your every breath. It's happening not tomorrow, not someday, but now. The divine secret has become your life. Walk in it, live it, and let the world witness through you that heaven keeps every promise it ever makes. Chosen one. Take a deep breath and look at how far you've come. Every word that found you in this journey was not mere language, it was life. You have walked through revelation, endured de refinement, and arrived at recognition. The secret heaven once guarded has now been placed into your hands. But this is not an ending, it's a continuation. Every time you carry these words into your world, the story expands. If this message has stirred something within you, let that flame move beyond you, like this message, to keep its light alive. Share it so others can find the same hope that found you. And subscribe to stay connected as heaven keeps speaking. When you do, you're not just supporting a voice, you're building an altar of truth that reaches hearts across the earth. And I invite you, right now, to leave a comment below. Tell what resonated, what you felt, what changed inside you. Your words could be the echo that wakes another chosen one from their sleep. This is how heaven multiplies revelation, through voices united in faith, through hearts responding to the call. Your destiny has begun. Keep shining. Chosen one.